Nathaniel here with the third edition of What's the Star in a Calendar. This time we are doing the Celestial Rendezvous. So whenever you got the 8x11 version at the show or you got the big one online, here are the photos in a calendar. So first of all, there's two different covers. This one is one of my favorite selfies. Yes, this is me right there on a dune. One of my favorites, magical night. But let's get right to January. So this was one of these incredible once in a lifetime shots when we have occultation of Mars, when moon is covering the Mars, and they were both photobombed by the plane just moments before moon covered the Mars. Just incredible moments. Heading to February. February is the first month I normally can see the core of the Milky Way rising back after its fall and winter break. So this is it right here. It was pretty challenging shot. I took a little nap and I woke up even earlier than I normally go to sleep just to drive out a couple of hours and get this. Heading to March, another really incredible and unique alignment of two brightest planets, Venus and Jupiter, conjuncting together, and we also had snow in the southwest that day, which is again super rare. It was so cloudy, I did not think I would get anything, but I went out anyways. I got caught up in a snow blizzard by the mountains, and on my way back I decided not to give up. I pulled over, and this is the result. You can see they are shining brighter than they normally would have. That's because of the haze of the blizzard, and the high clouds really accentuate them. Heading to April. Now that was, again, I thought one in a lifetime treat, but it actually happened second time already. And that's Northern Lights in Southern California at 36 latitude, which is completely mind-blowing. They were super bright on the horizon and pink. I actually made a short about how that happened, but this is quite incredible, very unique sight again. So of course it deserved to be in my April calendar. Heading to May. May is another incredible night. That's the one from the cover, but it's a close-up of the big panorama where you have Milky Way core and the rising moon right underneath it. I was up for 26 hours to get this. It's few hour drive, an hour hike, and then up all night to get this, and then another hour hike and few hours driving back home. But it's so amazing. I'm so glad I got it. Heading to June. June is right in the middle of Milky Way core season, and this is one of those very unique spots that it's hard to get to at night, but I was able to get it along with the red rocks of Southwest. Unfortunately a little light polluted, but I think the Milky Way and the scenery makes up for it. And heading to July, that was a moment I waited for many years for, so of course I had to put it in a calendar, even that it's not exact astrophotograph. It's super bloom. So I've been waiting for several years to photograph the super bloom, but for some reason it was either not happening or I was not in the right place in the right time. And this year I finally got it. I mean, it was just breathtaking. It was tons of these little orangey red poppies as far as you can look on the horizon, and the sunset was just mind-blowing too. I hope you were able to witness at least some of it if you are local to the southwest area. August is one of the greatest months for astrophotography or stargazing because we have Perseids meteor shower, and I was waiting for 4 years to get it after several failed attempts and clouds. A couple years ago I even went 6 out of 7 nights around the peak, but nothing beat this year's shots that I got. So here there's over 20 meteors, I think, or like right around 20. And they have those amazing green, colorful trail they leave in the sky. September is another amazing rendezvous of two celestial bodies we had, and it's Moon and Milky Way. It was about 40% moon, so pretty big moon that would normally blow out the Milky Way. However, it was so windy and very cold too. The wind was lifting up the sand in the earth, and that what made the moon more dim, and it really created this beautiful orange haze in the sky around the moon. Heading to October, there's actually two different shots in different calendar, because right here we have one of my favorite shots from actually very end of last year, but calendar cut off. So you have the Orion in this southwest red canyon, and in the online, because I made it a little bit later after I ordered those for the show, I was able to actually put the images of the solar eclipse, which if you follow on my social media, you know that was a crazy adventure. I actually drove out twice. Once I drove out for several hours, I think it was like 6 hours, without my solar filters and a telephoto. And then I came back, I took a quick little nap, I woke up 4 a.m. and I drove out again in a different direction, and I just made it on time to get it. I hope you were able to witness it, and if not, just enjoy the photos. I also experimented a little bit, tried to get some foreground, which was very close compared to the sun, so it made the sun into this blurry donut. I think it's a really cool effect, but let me know what you think. And if you got the online version of the calendar, you still have this photo in a bonus January month of next year. November, it's a really amazing and very unique scene I got in November of 2022. We had a lunar eclipse and it was so cloudy. I almost didn't go, but because I missed last two eclipses due to the clouds, I decided to go. I waited on a location for a couple of hours till the clouds started going away. It was still a little bit of haze and high clouds in the sky, and it created this beautiful halo around the moon. You can also see Pleiades, and we have both Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies right here. And this very next December picture I took on December 25th. Incredible night, just under the dark sky in the middle of nowhere. You can see the Milky Way setting right here with its bright summer triangle. And this light right here is called zodiac light, and it's visible only under the darkest skies. You can also see Saturn and Jupiter shining through, and the very, very last light of the crescent moon setting. So plenty of celestial jewels in this photo right here. That concludes the What's the Star in a Night Sky calendar. Let me know what were your favorite stargazing moment, and also which photo is your favorite and which ones you're looking forward to the next year. Moments before Mars covered the moon. Other way around.